Brandy wants to be seen.
Yeah, turn on here.
So, okay.
All right. If you could just press that blue
Good morning,
button,
everyone. We are
Senator.
live.
Okay, I think we're all set.
Okay. So you've accepted that we're live. We are live in Senate Economic Development, Housing, and General Affairs on Monday morning. Thanks, committee, for being there in person. It was just too crazy of a day with the baby for me to get there in person. Magali is operating this remotely. We are going to start with the sister state program, as I understand it, S30, and should be fairly quick, and we can let Rick go. So Rick, you have the floor unless anybody else needs to make an announcement or say anything.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen here. Give me 1 second.
And you have a new version.
Yeah, so I'll give a little bit of background.
Should we have pulled up?
Should we copy that really fast? Why don't you give it to me and I'll go copy it?
Okay.
I
Because
think
Rick, this is basically what you and I already talked
Yes, correct.
okay.
And you're
I'm
going
gonna
to share
walk.
screen, Rick?
Yes, it's loading.
Great.
Still loading. Here. Okay, so Rick Sagel, Office of Legislative Counsel. Good morning, everybody. You should have at some point draft 1.1 of S30. Now, just a little bit of background here. S30 is on the Senate floor. House proposal of amendment is on the Senate floor for S30. So this is a proposed response to what the House has sent to the Senate. I believe Senator Harrison has been discussing making a floor amendment to this, the strike all amendment to the House version that is on the Senate floor currently. So I can go over the entire.
Can you just tell us what the House did?
The
They
House
turned it into a big study. Right?
Yes. So the Senate version was
study this.
the Senate version was just a committee, a program committee that was going to get to work. The House version is a working group that is going to basically prepare the program to get started. The House took testimony mostly from, I think you heard the Adjutant General was concerned that they wanted to do this right. And they were concerned that if you don't have the right makeup on the committee, if you don't have the right objectives, that it could interfere with their work. So the House was concerned about that and decided to take 1 more year to prepare this program to ensure it's going to be successful.
It's been.
We have a program.
We have it. I mean, exactly. It's not new.
So the House version, again, it created a working group that should end up looking like the actual committee, the Sister Committee. The membership is the Secretary of Commerce and Community Development or designee. Thank you, Senator. The Secretary of Education or designee, the Secretary of Agriculture or designee, the Chair of the Board of Trustees of the Vermont Arts Council or designee of the Board of Trustees, the Chair of the Board of Directors of the Vermont Council on World Affairs or designee of the board, the Vermont Adjutant General designee, and Senator Harrison added a few more members.
What happened to the Humanities Council? We just or
That we added.
they're just stakeholders that we're going to add as
Right. We
So-
add those back.
To the membership now. 3 members with experience in educational or cultural exchanges or international affairs to be appointed as follows: 1 member by the governor, 1 member by the Senate Committee on Committees, and 1 member by the Speaker of the House.
Folks,
That's
it sounds like if Rick has limited time, I don't want to, I get the concerns about who is or isn't in it, but we should probably just go through it and vote up or down. I don't know that we'll have time to change any of the language.
So this is a strike all that just puts it into action right away instead of putting it off for another year with a
Yeah.
study.
No, it does create a study. Go ahead.
Yes, it's really the House version with a few changes. It adds a few to the working group, and it adds one of the goals to be that the program promote peace, human rights, and environmental sustainability.
What happened to culture?
It's this here, right here. This is in the House version.
we made changes. I spoke with Ruth, with Senator Hardy.
Right.
We made changes to address her concerns. And she saw these and she's generally good with it, or at least I haven't heard
Okay, great.
otherwise.
The other change is the compensation reimbursement, ensuring that the non-legislative members are paid by the ACCD and legislative members are paid from the general fund.
So it's still a study?
It's still a working group.
That's
And well, it's a working group also because it became more complicated, combining the military
Yeah,
aspect and the non-military, and that was the balance that we tried to make in this.
and the report
And
is
it-
submitted in November of 25, a whole year and a half?
Yeah, very detailed study conducted by our work.
Yeah, I didn't,
Is there a reason we had a
discuss
year
the
and a half?
schedule. I can find out, but I do think we need to vote it out today. I'm sure there is a reason, but I do not know it.
Keisha, do you have a, or?
That, again, this is me sitting in the testimony of the House. Wanted to make sure this is done correctly. They think it's gonna be a good program eventually, once it gets started, but I think their concern was, let's do it right, let's ensure we have the right people, let's ensure we have the right objectives, let's ensure we have the right place to hold, to place this committee. House it is the correct word.
Okay. Okay, well, that's what we're landing on. It's just disappointing. We've got so much history of exchanges and programs that are like Sisters State. It's hard to believe that we have to go and study it.
Right. I think the challenge is combining the military.
When did the military?
They
introduction
actually,
happen?
well, they have, let me get my notes
They have
out.
their own program.
Right, which is a pretty robust
Yeah, it's.
program.
So the thought is combining them.
Yes,
That's-
yes, and so that's really the challenge, is to make sure the right folks are in the room and the right balance between authority and influence, because we don't want the program to be too military,
No,
because the sister state was largely in response to military activity. It was kind of
It
to,
was Korea.
sorry,
Korea.
well, Russia,
Pre-Korea, with
and
Bernie Sanders. started.
Japan, so they were, it was
I
intentionally.
know we didn't change. At some point, we didn't change because of what was happening in Ukraine, so.
I believe so, yes, yes.
With Russia, because we lost our.
Which is the Soviet Republic, or
It was,
Russian
Yeah.
right.
So I would make a motion that we vote out favorably draft 1.1 of S30 as an amendment to be presented on the floor.
And it has all you as,
Yes, sorry.
it
That's
has
all lot.
each person in this committee has moved before the amendment, just so you all know.
Right,
Fine.
so I would make a motion that we pass this out favorably. And draft 1.1 an amendment to be presented on the floor.
Okay, and I was the reporter before, so I think I
Yes.
stayed a reporter, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Great.
so let me call the roll. Senator Brock,
Yes,
Senator Clarkson,
Yes.
Senator Cummings is not here. Yes, Senator Harrison, Senator Rob Hinsdale.
I'll just say, since we didn't do any discussion, that having been in charge of these sister city relationships in Burlington, it is good when you really know who's in charge, when there is some kind of international event or, that kind of thing. So if this is really about getting it right and making sure it's not just, oh, we're letting this go and exist on its own with each different community, then someone will need to take responsibility, and it's a good thing to get a working group
Yeah.
together and know what that should look like. So I think it's a good change overall, and I'm a yes.
Great. So, do you want me to hold this open for Senator Cummings?
Yeah, I think. She'll be in later.
She'll be here this
should be here,
afternoon.
yeah.
It's just a matter for each reporter what they feel comfortable with. I don't want to, if you
I'm
are
fine.
around Senator Harrison, then great.
I
So,
hope to be around. That's my plan.
okay.
You may want to talk to Secretary Bloomer about how to present this I haven't done one like this before where it's a amendment to a House proposal to amendment.
Yeah.
I will, I'll
Make sure that if I need to make a change, just let me know, but
So I'll just keep it open till this afternoon, let's say 3 p.m. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, as long as it gets in today. That's I worry that, everything needs to be in today so that it's in motion.
Yeah. The one thing is, if you might run it by Bloomer earlier, so that
Exactly.
that can be made, and then when Annie comes in, she can vote on the fly.
Yeah.
Okay,
they email me if you need something.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay, I will do that, thank
All
you for
right.
the
Thank you
advice.
all for getting me in and out.
Yeah,
So today is a
Thanks, Rick.
token, it's on the
Thank you,
calendar.
Rick.
Bye, Rick. See you soon.
See you soon.
Today we have a token calendar, we have a token session.
Moving calendar forward.
So we're moving it forward. The thing is that we're on the action calendar, S30 for
it's
today.
been on the action calendar, but
That's okay.
But
It'll be
they-
passed. Everything will be passed over, Allison.
they've been told to pass over it.
Yeah, no, I
until
realize,
otherwise.
that, definitely, okay, great. Terrific,
Magali, do we have council for 7:04 or are we?
Well, we
We do.
did, but
Damien is scheduled for 11.
Until
Okay.
11. So
So
we have,
do you all want to take a break? It's up to you.
sure, are
Or
you
do you-
able to in 10 minutes so that you don't have to hold your camera?
I'm fine. We went to since I just finished my last appointment, we went to Overlook Park in South Burlington. So we're like Mira's sitting on the sidewalk having a great time. So
So you are
we're
not coming here, that's good, it looks like a great place, we should have the meeting there, but you're not coming here, it sounds like.
no, I
No.
wasn't planning to come there. I
Okay.
wasn't.
Okay, so I'm
And are
gonna
we-
take
yeah.
a break and,
Yeah.
and start Damien's here.
Okay. See you all at 11.
Yeah, bye.
Thanks.